bold ones. Leslie Nielsen. Harry Rhodes, public servants enforcing the laws of a challenging society. E.G. Marshall. John Saxon. David Hartman, doctors expanding the horizons of the new medicine. Earl Ives. Joseph Campanella. James Farentino, lawyers defending justice in the nation's courtrooms. The bold ones. 2 law enforcement officers, a white deputy chief of police, a black district attorney. Involved public officials encountering challenging issues in today's highly charged, explosive times. Taking strong action that brings them both praise and abuse. Men of feeling and intelligence, forced by the harsh realities of a turbulent society to sometimes mask these humane qualities. The world of the protectors, in today's rapidly growing cities, a troubled but exciting arena. These are 2 of the bold ones, men dedicated to your safety and protection.
Al Raymond here. Go.
Al, isn't it a gamble? I mean, sure, he's brilliant and he's written books, but if they turn him loose, well, maybe he'd do the same things all over again.
Sure, lady. When a doctor slaps a newborn babe on the you-know-what, it's a gamble whether he's activated a mass murderer or a Mozart. Al Raymond here. Go.
The state's tried to kill him for 7 years, and that's enough. I say turn them all loose one more time, and if they goof again, hang them.
I get all the experts. Al Raymond here.
Now, you know the deal, boys. It's questions in the press room only. Short and sweet.
Does he seem any different to you?
I never met Satoma before. As far as I know, the district attorney hasn't either, so we're a couple of virgins, Satoma-wise.
What did you think of him?
Lou, let's just say I resisted the temptation to ask for an autographed copy of his book.
Now?
Now.
Let's go, pal.
Right now?
Gentlemen. A little crowded in here. This the place?
Martin, how do you feel?
Alive. Which isn't how I expected to feel for much longer after last Tuesday night. I was 2 hours from the death chamber. 2 hours, 12 minutes and 52 seconds.
We understand you'll be your own lawyer today at the arraignment.
I work cheap.
Well, judging by your success with that last-minute appeal, you've taught yourself to be quite a constitutional lawyer.
As you know, the main part of the prosecution's case lies in the deathbed declaration by one of the victims, somebody's victim. Now, could you move back a little bit? But I'd say it's more a matter of luck than brains when, after fighting for my life for 7 years, one way or another, I found out that the Supreme Court reversed the conviction in a similar case, when the defendant, like myself, never had a chance to confront his accuser, cross-examine them in person in front of a jury. But I think I did teach myself something in those 7 years. Something very important, something more than being a jailhouse lawyer. Something very hard. To be a person, human being.
And of course, that's what those thousands of people who have agitated on your behalf are saying, isn't it?
No, that's not true at all. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not on my behalf. Is that what you're telling people this is all about? The work that's been done on my case is on behalf of every man and woman who's sitting and rotting in every death cell in every state in this so-called enlightened country. Don't you understand what they're saying? Prisons should teach people how to live, not just how to sit and wait and die. You see, if a man is somehow to keep himself alive year after year after year in the shadow of the death chamber, he must learn very early that anything good, anything compassionate, is at the very least conceivable.
The prisoner will be moved in 1 minute.
I'm all set, Sam. You, sure you and your boys can get this desperado over here safely?
Ho, ho. Got a hunch you'll be losing that delightful sense of humor after your first meeting with that distinguished writer,
Martin,
public figure. Say nothing of rapist and murderer.
Different from simply doing time. Can you explain that?
Yes,
Oh, he is a cutie, Bill. He knows all the tricks.
Special guard,
Make
special
a
security.
cute TV commercial out of the headache we've inherited
Believe
with
it or
this
not.
case.
My headache, Sam. Nobody's forcing you to help me.
He is forcing me. I see you in 5 minutes, 10 o'clock on the nose. You can expect the Siamese twins. Me and Carol Chessman Jr. here. Wait here for a minute. I want to make sure the building's empty before we go across.
You don't have to worry about me. I haven't had much exercise in the last 7 years.
I'm not worried about handling you. It's some well-meaning jerk out there trying to bust the police line to make contact with you. That's what worries me. That or another Jack Ruby. Danforth. Yeah. We'll be right down. There's a car downstairs. Let's go. Just a minute. I want to make this a personal delivery.
You must want to get your picture in the paper pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's my big chance. We don't come across a Martin Sitomer every day of the year, you know. Is that too tight?
It's fine. Listen, are you the one that helps the DA pull all this together? Is that you?
That's right.
You know, collects witnesses, digs up evidence out of old filing cabinets.
You're right again.
Knowing exactly what you want to find. Anything that might prove me guilty. And exactly what you don't want to find, anything that might hint of my innocence. Right?
Sitomer, let's get one thing straight. I do think you should have gone 7 years ago. But the state, in all its wisdom, has decided to give it another go-round. Now, my job, until you're ordered back to death row, is to see that nothing happens to you. You or anybody else. A police officer or an innocent bystander.
Well, I certainly wouldn't want that to happen.
Fine, then we're practically on the same team.
Practically.
Sit down.
So the defense moves, Your Honor, that this arraignment procedure is without legal basis, and that Martin Sitomer be ordered immediately freed by this court. Your Honor, I have gone through the ordeal and agony of a murder trial. I have endured 7 years to fight the result of that trial. My conviction to the gas chamber. Now that I have succeeded in doing that, I find myself here today, and incredibly enough, threatened with double jeopardy.
All right. Now, Mr. Washburn, would you like to be heard on the defense motion?
Just briefly, Your Honor. The claim of double jeopardy has no legal basis. The defendant waived the right to use such a claim by the very act of successfully seeking a setting aside of his conviction and death sentence. He cannot have it both ways.
Motion denied. Martin Sitomer, I hereby hold you without bail on the charge of murder in the first degree for the death on April the 7th, 1962 of Mrs. Alice Bender. You're remanded to the jurisdiction of the police of this city. There being no other matter brought before this court today, we're now adjourned.
Mr. Washburn, I see you have a copy of my book.
Yes.
I never knew whether each chapter would be the last I'd be able to write.
Well, it's well written.
Thank you. Now I find myself still alive and working on a second book. I've done 3 chapters. I wonder if I'll be able to finish that.
How's it going today?
Oh, just routine, Sam.
I wouldn't say that. Anytime you deal with a wise apple like Satoma, it's never a just routine. Is this really any good?
Mm-hmm. You ought to read it.
Maybe one day. No pictures, huh? Which reminds me. Remember when I said I'd tell the lad to make up copies of those pictures they took 7 years ago? The night that Satoma decided to howl? Printed up real clear, didn't they? This is your set, Bill. Now, the book is illustrated.
You understand, Chief. Technically, Mr. Bender is no longer a patient here. By the computerized standards we have to use today, with the facilities for the mentally ill so overloaded, he was able to go home 2 years ago.
Except he had no home to go to.
He works back of the greenhouse. See, there's a private fund. People who know about the case, who pay his room and board, his so-called salary. You can just go on back. He expects you. Naturally, he doesn't know about the private fund. But the rest of it, Chief, he knows too well.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I work while we talk? I'd like to keep busy.
No, go right ahead, Mr. Bender.
There's a certain shade of yellow I'm trying to get. I keep missing a little. 8:15. I can give you the exact time, if that means anything.
Yes, it could. It could.
8:15. 8:15. It was always the same. I got into the car, turned on the radio to the evening sports roundup, and like always, I was just turning my own corner when the program was over. I used to be nice. Sports driving home. 8:15, that's when my headlights caught him running out of my front door and across the street. And then across the field the kids used to play football on, and toward the highway.
That was Satoma, then, you saw coming out of your house.
Satoma. They said I was in no condition to be a useful witness at the trial. I suppose they might say that this time, too. But I saw him. Him. Oh, it's still wrong. I can't do anything anymore. I can't get the color right. I've been working on this a long time.
Well, it looks fine to me, Mr. Bender. Doesn't really matter.
It matters. Don't you know it matters? Then I heard the screaming, the kids. I ran into the house. There she was, Alice, my wife, all naked, lying there dead. And Mrs. Meyer, the woman next door, who just happened to walk into the middle of the whole thing. She was the same. But not dead. Not yet. Our children, the children standing there against the wall. I thought they would never stop screaming. Mrs. Meyer, Ruth Meyer, the neighbor. She was an English teacher at the high school. Did you know that? I mean, a very smart lady, very good with words. She described Satoma to me before the police came, before they picked up Satoma, before they could have tipped her off how to describe Satoma, like some of those articles and people making speeches have said. Just to me, with my kids screaming and my wife's body a foot away. Satoma, the hair, the nose, the eyes. It bothers me. I can't get it right. The rest is the same. A house in miniature. But the new people living there painted it white, I hear. Even if I went and looked, it wouldn't do any good.
Well, I can see it's a very nice house, Mr. Bender.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, Chief, come back if you get a chance. I'll have this finished soon.
I suppose you think I asked for this meeting as some kind of a trick, don't you?
You're very good with words, Mr. Stoller. Why not use a precise one? Maneuver.
I'm more struck by another word you just used. Prisoner doesn't get a chance to hear it too often. Thanks for the mister.
But to tell you the truth, it was automatic.
Mr. Washburn, I wish I could tell you how much I would like to be able to live automatically. Do and say things like that without having to plan every thought, every word, every action. Maneuver, yeah. You might call it that. I'm claiming another one of the rights the courts gave the defense. The right of discovery. Right, Mr. Washburn. Any witnesses or physical evidence, any depositions of any sort. Since I'm acting as my own defense, I officially request that we meet here regularly until the trial. Do you object?
I don't object.
After all, Mr. Washburn, you're a smart man. You know your way around a murder trial better than anybody I know. You might possibly maneuver me just as much as I'd be able to maneuver you. Okay. Well, what can I know so far?
Well, we're just beginning. I have only one report from Chief Danforth. An interview he had yesterday with a Mr. Bender.
Certainly you couldn't think of possibly putting a man like that on the stand. Though I know that, clinically speaking, he is in control of his faculties. Oh, yeah, you're wondering how I know that about Mr. Bender.
I'm wondering all sorts of things about you.
Yeah, well, I know that about Mr. Bender because I am the secret fund that pays for his keep up there. I do it through a front, Mr. Washburn. The same front that pays for his children. The profits from my book. Now, you got the picture? The maneuver? You dig?
You were telling me that I have the right of discovery, too. That I'm to discover you. Do you really think that'll affect my handling of the case? If I found out you were truly sorry and had 100 secret funds?
And not your handling of the case. But what you might discover about me may affect you. I want to live. Oh. But that's not the important thing. I've got something to prove. I've changed. Other poor fools like me can change. You see, Mr. Washburn, I may not be around, but you will. You're one of them, the men that make the laws and that can change them. Now that's the discovery I dare you to expose yourself to. Not me. No, you, damn it.
When's your next conference with the all-American boy?
Oh, tomorrow, I guess. Don't worry about it.
Oh, kid, I'm not worried about it. I got two to have a match here. What? Oh, you see what the old boy tried to pull? The little left shoulder feint there, tried to get me to drop my guard.
Yeah. Subtle as your point is, I seem to get it. I, too, can spot a sucker punch. Point is, how are things with you?
Oh, What do you mean? My investigation? Oh, well, in the lap of the gods.
Sure makes me feel important, you coming all the way down here to see me. But I can't tell any more than I told 7 years ago. After all, the truth does not turn bad and sour with time.
Ain't it the truth?
You don't trust me. You think that the rest of me are like these, disfigured early and marked for life.
You know, I kind of like Lefty here. If you wiggle your fingers, does she do the hoochie cooch?
I've been here 2 years now, and I believe that I've learned to do some good.
Oh, I see. Then you've changed too, huh? Just like your buddy Satomer.
We were never buddies. Like two sharks out in that ocean, they may hunt together, but each can eat the other alive, and they both know it. Here.
Thank you. What happened that night?
We'd been moving around the state, Satomer and me, doing this and that. Well, anyway, like I told the previous district attorney, this guy who gave us a hitch dropped us off by a roadside market. It was about 7 o'clock at night. And then this Mrs. Bender comes in. We knew she lived close by. We'd seen her walk. She was buying a few last-minute items. We'd heard her talking. She said that her husband never came home till late. They didn't eat until 8. Then Satomer, he says to me something about she got a lot of money in her purse. And that she wasn't bad looking neither. Yeah, he noticed that. Then when she went, he looked to see where she'd gone to. And he wanted me to come along. I thank God that I was chicken that day. I said no.
Satomer testified at the trial that there were other men in that store. That one of them left almost at the same time you two did. And you actually did not see Satomer go into the Bender house?
I actually did not see Satomer go into the Bender house. I saw him walk in that direction. But I did see him about an hour later, tapping on the window of the tavern where I was. He wanted me to go outside. He wanted to tell me something. And the scratches on his face. Then the police car come up.
Yeah, that's when you got religion. Gonna have to tell your story in court again, so don't leave the state. That's the state of California, Reverend, not the state of grace.
That's the list of witnesses so far. Your old pal, the Reverend?
Not my pal, not a Reverend either.
The 2 policemen who picked you up outside the tavern, the 3 detectives who took turns questioning you.
Also not my pals.
And the guy from the police lab who did the analysis of the skin particles under the fingernails of both women. Now, we'll be reintroducing his official report. This is your copy for the record. I've seen better analysis. I'll use it, though.
Want some candy?
No, thanks. Sure, why not?
You're a very sensitive man, Mr. Washburn. You realize it's more considerate to accept what a man like myself has to offer than to politely say no.
Well, it so happens I think you have a lot to offer. I also think you're going to be convicted again. Murder 1.
As of now, you haven't got that much of a case. Especially since you can't use the other woman's testimony this time.
Well, it's going to improve. Sam Danforth is a good cop. By the way, I gave him my copy of your book this morning.
Huh? Maybe that'll give him something to do tonight if TV's lousy.
Not tonight, Martin. Tonight he's working.
You were smart, Chief, to check on people who sits over in the death house.
That's just routine, Fanner. I didn't drive 300 miles to Nevada to find that out about you.
Now, like I told you on the phone today, when you got to me on your list, you got to the big one. And I'm the baby who can tell you. Because last year, when yours truly was still a guard up there, right there, in that death house, Satomer actually confessed. And he put it in writing. Jackpot!
Satomer confessed in writing? What are you talking about?
Talking about the thing I know, Chief. The juicy thing I've been sitting on for months now. I was just waiting for the right moment to make my move with what I know. And you took care of that problem for me with your phone call. When you asked, was I the same William J. Fanner who'd been a guard up there until last September? Which I was, Chief. Which I was. Until a certain party, Warden Lewis B. Milbank, got him to tie a can to me. Unprogressive attitude. Inconsistent with modern penology.
Yeah, look, I'm not interested in Warden Milbank.
Oh, yes, you are. It was April when his next to last appeal had been turned down, and he didn't know yet that he was going to get another chance because some bleeding heart in the Supreme Court had found a new way to baby pigs like him.
Come on, Fanner, the confession.
Yeah. Well, now, Satomer thought he'd finally had it, and he just sat there writing. He was always writing, you know. Milbank came around for a little talk with him, like he did a lot. And I was there. And Satomer said that he'd written this thing for him. And Satomer read it out. It was some kind of a poem or something. Black and white. He confessed. Lots of winners, lady. That's the way, all the way. The next day, I took it while he was taking exercise. And I copied it. Exact. And then I put it back. They said, jerk, see the father. Time's almost up. So make your last confession. Maybe absolution works. But this father is a stranger to me. Like that one-nighter, Mr. Unknown, who gave me the life they're about to take back. So this is for you, who gave me absolution first, and I never asked for these words. These almost last words I send you tonight. My father, that night running away, I heard screams, and a car radio turned to sports. Somebody had won something, but what the hell did I care? Because Martin Satomer, wise apple, Martin Satomer, had just lost. My father, my only father, I have sinned even more than they say, my father. I am frightened, my confessor. Please pray. So?
So it's just a poem.
So was a Star-Spangled Banner.
Well, what did they tell you? Satomer's showing his true colors?
That's what they said, give or take a few four-letter words.
Yeah, I know them, too. I'm not just a poet, you know. And what about your boy Danforth? Does he get a special medal for his brilliant detective work?
You requested a meeting. What do you want?
And that psychotic Fink Fanner. You got a good citizenship award for that sadistic fat slob?
I'll see you in court.
A poem, a lousy little poem. What's the matter, Mr. Honorable District Attorney? Didn't they teach you about poetic license in whatever coon college you went to?
No, it's all right. All right. The school I went to taught me the rules of evidence. There's a place in this case for that poem.
knock it out. They'll make you look like the fool you are for trying to use it.
So long.
Wait. Please. It's not just the poem. It's not just that. I honestly believe I could make a jury think I was writing in general terms. That remark about the broadcast was just a recognizable coincidence. That what I really was confessing to was the sins of my life.
Were you?
That's not the point. I'm thinking about Warden Milbank. They'll crucify him.
He's a strong man, Martin. I think he can take it.
Oh, boy. There are over 70 men in that death house. They're not a bit strong. Oh, now don't tell me you didn't know that there were that many up there. You're the DA of this county.
I know.
No. You can't know. You can't understand. They've got nothing. Year after year, nothing. Just this one thing. Milbank. He hates that gas chamber just as much as they do. No, more. He's everything. Don't you see that?
If I think the introduction of that poem will make a difference in this case, I'll use it. You've been duly informed.
Hey. On behalf of Warden Milbank and all the boys up there, you know where you can file this.
Al Raymond here. What's your beef? This thing could go on forever. It's already 3.5 weeks. It could cost a fortune.
Sometimes it does. Sirhan Bashara Sirhan went on trial January 18th, 1969. His most recent appeal was turned down May 21st, 1969. In between, the county of Los Angeles spent $962,925.
Man, that's crazy.
Is it? I don't know that I'd put down a civilization willing to spend $1 million in order not to wrongfully take a human life.
Your Honor, forgive me, but I must keep coming back to the same point. The defendant, like any other prisoner on death row, lived a life of fantasy. Then he wrote a poem which compounded the fantasy. That all that the jury is going to hear and read are the words themselves, which look literal.
The defense has ways of making that very point to the jury. So far, Mr. Plato, the defense has not missed any points.
Now, wait a minute. The defense, Mr. Flato here, whom you made me take, though I wanted to handle the case myself, won't go to the gas chamber if any points are missed. Nor will the jury understand words like, fantasy or things like that. Now, can't we cut the mumbo-jumbo? I know that that jury will interpret my poem as a confession to Mrs. Bender's murder. I also know that I could make things worse for myself if I took the stand on my own behalf. Now, isn't that what you're trying to say, Mr. Flato?
I do feel, Your Honor, that the defendant would not be a winning witness.
My instructions to the jury would certainly make it clear that the defendant's decision not to take the stand must not be held against him.
Now, wait a minute. You sound like you're ruling against my motion.
I'm about to.
Well, will you answer me one question? Will you do that? What about Warden Milbank? You can instruct a jury, but you can't tell the public what to think. Why should a humane man and an important man be a victim to all this?
The victim in this case is Mrs. Bender. Defense motion denied.
Congratulations. And to your boy, Danforth. I saw a story about Danforth in the papers. It says he's actually reading my book. Do you think that reading about my life story will change Danforth's ideas?
Well, why not? After all, haven't you been claiming that anybody can change? Even Martin Satomer?
That's right. And I am.
You're fighting and lying, Martin. You're lying about this poem to save your own neck. Not the warden's neck. And not the campaign against capital punishment.
My. Does it make you feel a little better to think that?
No. And it never will. My father, my only father, I have sinned even more than they say. My father, I am frightened. My confessor, please pray. That was the poem, sir? Did the defendant tell you who wrote those words and when?
He said that he wrote that poem that same night.
Thank you, Warden. That's...
The thing is, Mr. Washburn, that men who are only a few hours away from the execution chamber frequently say or think or even write many things. Some have a kind of religious fervor, some a hysteria.
Sir, your record as a trustworthy and compassionate public official makes you well worth listening to on such a subject as this. But with all respect, I must say, you were asked only to answer direct questions. Your witness.
Your Honor, I find that it is necessary for my discussion with my client to become rather more extended right now. Since it is close to the lunch hour, may I request that we recess now?
Do you intend to proceed with the cross-examination of this witness at that time, Mr. Plato?
The witness will be cross-examined, Your Honor.
I think I smell something.
Maybe it's lunch.
You know, I have to admit, Bill, this case is making some kind of a paranoiac out of me.
What did you say, sir?
I said that the chili dog is mine.
Ham on rye for you, Mr. Washburn.
Thank you.
A chili dog for the overly suspicious gentleman.
You know, I was half suspicious of you, as a matter of fact. Not that I thought you were dogging it, I mean, but I got the impression that maybe your heart wouldn't break if Satoma got off.
Is that when you decided to read the book, Sam? To see what there was about Satoma that could louse up a reasonably good DA?
Oh, come on now. Don't you get paranoid. I said half suspicious. That was only for a half a day. All right.
As a matter of fact, that's when I did start to read the guy's life story.
Well, now that you have, what do you think about everything?
Mr. Plato, you may proceed with the cross-examination.
Your Honor, the defendant respectfully requests that he be allowed to conduct this cross-examination himself. I might add, Your Honor, that because of what I know of the circumstances, I believe this request is in the interest of justice.
I appointed you, Mr. Plato. I must rely on your judgment.
I ask you to grant the defendant's request.
The defendant may proceed.
Warden Milbank, the district attorney wanted specific answers to a very few specific questions. He didn't ask you what else I said to you that night, other than to say I had written this poem. Certainly, he must have wondered. Certainly, the jury must have wondered. Do you recall what else I said to you?
Yes, I do. You talked about the fact that you felt that you were a changed man, and that you knew I thought so, too. You said what a waste it was, that you were going to have to die in a few hours before you could prove that you had become rehabilitated, that other men and women...
But, of course, I didn't die that night. I got another reprieve in the final court reversal, which brings me here today to this room. Now, Warden Milbank, as the qualified expert in the field of penology and the recognized leader in the campaign against capital punishment. Do you believe that in that extra time, I was able to prove that I have changed?
No. I'm afraid the answer is no. Not yet.
Well, now, just for the record, have I had any contact with you? Or has any emissary of mine contacted you since Chief Danforth visited you 2 weeks ago on behalf of the district attorney?
No.
Now, Warden, the next question is going to be rather difficult for you. The district attorney could object. I sincerely hope he doesn't. No. Warden, what is the one thing I could do today, right now, to prove to a great number of people that I have truly become a rehabilitated man?
A question as general as that, I really wouldn't know how to answer it.
Forgive me, Warden, but I think you do. We've been close. Closer than most fathers and sons. You shared so much with me, even the way you think. Don't worry about the effect your answer will have. You're a truthful man. Speak the truth. What could I do right now to prove that I've changed?
I think if you were to say that the poem you wrote that night, well, if you were to say that that poem really was a confession to the murder of Mrs. Bender, then I think the whole country would know that it wasn't easy. It still isn't easy. But that you are a changed man.
Well, why, in your opinion, should I say a thing like that?
Because, Martin, it's the truth. I know that now, with total certainty, whereas I only guessed it before. You killed Mrs. Bender, and you killed her neighbor, too. And here, today, through me, in this room, you have just confessed for a second time.
This doesn't help. No, it doesn't. Stupid. Stupid, stupid. What? I said it's stupid. What's the matter? Can't you hear? Yeah, I hear ya.
Yeah, I can hear. Damn it, I can hear.
I'm sorry, Warden.
Famous last words. But maybe Martin Satoma, with that fine and original mind of his, will come up with something else before he starts soling.